Namaste, welcome everyone. So let's prepare for our practice today. Our practice today is a practice to invoke the qualities associated with the deity Hanuman. Hanuman you may know as the monkey god. Also the Lord of the Winds, the breath of the heart. And Hanuman has a broken jaw. So that's very symbolic in our story. The story is, I'm already going straight into the story. The story is that Hanuman looked up at the sun and he thought it was fruit, an orange or a mango or a melon. And when he was very young, naive and innocent, and he leaped up because he had this great strength and vigor and vitality. He leaped up to take hold of the sun. And Indra, the deity of the thunderstorms of chaos, struck a lightning bolt, and it hit Hanuman on the jaw. It hit Hanuman and he landed on the earth and then broke his jaw. So the practice is about taking a leap of faith. And then what happens when we misjudge that, or when we make a mistake, or when we don't attain the goal that we are reaching for? Do we rise back up from the earth with renewed vigor, vitality, courage, the will to continue, the resilience to bounce back? So these are the qualities associated with Hanuman. The mudra that we're going to adopt, two mudras, that we're going to start with Abhaya mudra. So let's bring the right hand next to the shoulder and bring in all your fingers so they're close together, and slightly curve the palm so that you are containing a little sort of a shield. It looks like a shield. And then the left hand on your heart. The Abhaya mudra means fearless, gesture of fearlessness. It is said that this mudra, and you'll see many deities and Buddha holding this mudra. This is a mudra to dispel fear. It helps us to release and let go of fear, which we all hold because it is natural for us to hold fear, to experience fear. Whether it is at the end of feeling cautious or anxious about something, or whether it's at the other end of the spectrum of absolute terror. This range of fear invites us to step forward with a sense of awareness. It is knowing that we live with fear, but we act nevertheless. So being without fear, being fearless, being undaunted in the face of fear. Abhaya mudra. Our mantra is Om Shri Hanumate Namaha, invoking the deity Hanuman. Closing your eyes, we'll chant our mantra, and then we'll open by chanting Om 3 times. Om Shri Hanumate Namaha. Om Shri Hanumate Namaha. Om Shri Hanumate Namaha. Om, Om, Om. As the vibration, the resonance of the vibration softens and ebbs. Recognize the fears that we all hold that are natural to us. that are in many ways vital for our protection, our safety. And undaunted in the face of that fear, we step forward fearlessly into love, into action. Releasing your Abhaya Mudra. For our practice today, we're going to be holding the Pran and Apan Mudras. So we've worked with these before. The Pran Mudra is with the right hand. We fold in the ring and little finger to the tip of the thumb and keep the middle and the index extended. So this is the vital life force energizing seal, sometimes called the sword of wisdom. It's that cut through sphere. And then the left hand, curl in the middle and the ring and bring them to touch the tip of the thumb, and the index and the little finger are extended. So we have the left hand in Apan Mudra. Apan Mudra is that downward flowing energy of release, of letting go of fear. Pran Mudra is that upward lifting, forward acting energy, which cuts through fear. So these are our two mudras today. And we're working with this sense of fortitude, resilience, heroic in heart and spirit, finding strength in our capacity to love, to step forward, to take a leap of faith, to act with vigor and vitality. We'll practice our pranayam before we move into our intentional practice. And today we're going to practice Surya Bedana pranayam. And this is the Surya Bedana pranayam is through the right nostril. So we have this practice Nadi Shodhana, which has different types of pranayam. There's Anulom Vilom, which is the breath in through the left, out through the right, in through the right, out through the left. That's Anulom Vilom. We have Chandra Bedhyana or Bedhi pranayam, which is in through the left, out through the left. And that connects with our the lunar energies. And the Surya Bedana, which is what we're practicing today, is in through the right, out through the right. And this connects us with the solar energies. Excuse me for a moment while I take a drink. Pardon me. So let's bring in the right hand into or your dominant hand, depending on whether you're left or right-handed. Fold in the peace fingers, that's the index and the middle finger, so we can come into our Vishnu Mudra to close our nostrils. Take a full breath in through both nostrils. Exhale completely out through both. Your right hand can be in Chin Mudra with the index, and your other hand can be in the Chin Mudra, thumb and index connected, or you can have it in Apan Mudra, which is I think what I'm going to choose to do today, which is your middle and ring finger to the thumb. Cover the left nostril, inhale right. Pause for a moment. Exhale right. Pause for a moment at the bottom of the breath. Inhale right. Pause at the top of the breath. Exhale right. Pause at the bottom of the breath. Continue in this pattern, inhaling right. Gentle pause to hold that breath in. Exhale right. Gentle pause to hold that breath out. Inhale right. Hold. Exhale right. Hold. Inhale right. Hold. Exhale right. Hold. 3 more in this pattern. Surya Bedana, in through right, out through right, left nostril closed with your fingers. By connecting to the right nostril, the Surya sun piercing breath, Surya Bedana, Surya sun, Beti Bedana piercing, we are able to connect with a purposeful, energizing, uplifting aspect of the Pingala Nadi. One of the 3 main nadis, channels of prana that we have. This will give us a clear mind, a focus. We'll be able to adopt a rational perspective, to be calm in the oceans of challenge or fear or adversity. Releasing your Surya Bedana Pranayam. And taking 3 breaths in your natural rhythm, your natural pattern. And then let's open up our arms out wide. Right hand in your Pran Mudra, left hand in your Apan Mudra. So this right hand connected to Pingala Nadi, this left hand connected to Ita Nadi. The forward action and the releasing action. Draw your hands out away from each other. Open the heart. And then let's pull over to the right. Back to center, over to the left. Maintain that connection between your sit bones. So beginning to prepare our body for motion and movement here. Om Shri Hanumate Namaha, connecting to this heroic, valiant strength of heart, resilience that Hanuman represents. You can lengthen and gently increase the pace. So we're creating movement. I know your arms are going to begin to tire soon. Maintain this action. And then let's bring the left hand down, reach up and over with our Pran Mudra to the left. Through center, let's reach up and over with the Apan Mudra to the right. And so on. Let's flow from side to side with our breath. You can bring your forearm all the way to the earth. You can maintain the hand reaching to the earth so you have more height. So you can create length in your spine, an extension to the sides here. Through 3 more in both directions. Beginning to build in the strength in the upper body here. The courage around the heart. Hanuman was the loyal companion of Ram. So his story is in the Ramayana, the story of Ram. When you've done 3 to both sides and you've completed your cycle, let's bring the hands down to the earth. Take a moment, press into the earth to rise up onto your knees so that we come into wide-legged pose here. Let's maintain the height. So this is a variation of Virasana pose, keeping your toes untucked. If the heels feel, inner heels, your ankles feel a bit challenged, roll up a blanket and place them underneath there. Maintain the heart, the length in the heart here, the sternum, the crown. Bring your right hand to your shoulder in your Abhaya Mudra. Left hand can stay on your knee. Take a moment here. Bring your hands together in Namaskar at the heart. Inhale, reach your hands over your crown. And then exhale, gentle back bend here to open the heart. Draw in the navel here, engage the Mula Bandha, so squeeze the pelvis. Draw the navel in to engage the Uddiyana Bandha. One more breath here. And from here, my friends, we're going to fold forward. Exhaling, maintain the length in the spine as you fold forward. Reach as far as you can with your hands along the earth. Draw your fingers away. And then you can bring your hands together in your Namaskar. Take a moment here. Bend into your elbows. Bring your prayer hands to the back of your skull, the back of your head. Release your hands. Spread your hands wide. Take your feet as wide as your mat. Inhale to rise up in Parvatasana. Let's take a wide stance for our mountain today. So hands wide, feet wide. And bend into your knees. And perhaps little gentle action here. So perhaps instead of taking your walking mountain today, we can bend into our knees, deeply into our knees, priming the body for these great leaps of faith. One breath here. And then, my friends, we're going to reach forward to come into this wide plank variation. And then back into mountain, reaching forward. So go as far forward as feels comfortable for you, depending on how your upper body strength feels. Exhaling back into mountain. Inhaling into your wide plank. Now, my friends, let's walk your feet in towards each other. Walk your hands in slightly, and then walk your hands back towards your feet so that you come into a functional forward fold. Fingertips up high. Unlock your knees. Counter reach your hips and hands here. So your hips are reaching back behind the heels. Your fingertips are reaching forward. Your crown is reaching forward. Breathe into the back of your heart. So many of you might have seen the murti of Hanuman, the statue, and you see that his heart is open. At his heart, you see Ram and Sita. That represents the qualities of both fear and courage contained within the heart. This balance of opposites, this embrace of opposites within the heart space. That we can hold fear and move fearlessly. Walk your hands forward. Let's come into plank. We're going to exhale to the earth, either in Chaturanga Dandasana or Ashtanga Asana. So I'll do Ashtanga Asana first round. Knees, untuck toes, bend elbows. Bring your heart and chin to the earth in Ashtanga Asana. Hands to the shoulders, rise in Bhujangasana. Tuck your toes, exhale into Parvatasana. And we're going to do this 3 times, my friends, as a flowing cycle. And then the second round I'm going to do is Chaturanga Dandasana. So exhale, Chaturanga, lower to the earth, and then inhale into upward facing dog. Urdhva Mukha Shavasana, and then back into mountain. So we'll do 3 rounds, my friends. You find the variation that you wish to to move from. You can do a combination. When you've done 3 rounds, my friends, we're going to finish in mountain Parvatasana. So wherever you are, we will meet in mountain. Reach behind with your right leg long. Bend into your knees and bring the knee to the heart or to the nose, and then reach back up. So 3 times here, knee to heart or knee to nose. And when you reach your 3rd one, step that right foot forward to come into your lunge. Inhale, rise up, high lunge, Anjaneyasana. Bring your hands to your heart in Namaskar, and then take the right hand to the shoulder in Abhaya Mudra. Left hand onto your heart. In high lunge here. Bending into your knees. My friends, from here, we're going to step forward with the left foot and sort of come into some movement backwards and forwards from high lunge from Anjaneyasana. So let's bring our hands into our Pan and Pran Mudra. Remember, Pran is right, Pan is left. As you exhale, step forward and bring your elbows back, bend into your knees and flex your foot. And then step back and reach your hands up. So if you follow my actions, reaching back into high lunge, arms reach up, exhale, step forward, elbows flex back. So you're finding the earth here. And you can take 3, you can just slightly more. And then let's finish in high lunge, arms reaching up. And then let's bring the right hand into Abhaya, left hand on your heart. Take a moment here. Exhale, hands down to the earth. Step back long with the right foot, coming into your plank. Ashtanga Asana or Chaturanga Dandasana to the earth. I'm going to move my dog bed slightly. No fun landing in the dog bed with your one space. Exhale to the earth. Inhale. And back into mountain wherever you are in your practice. Take a moment here. Reach up with the left leg this time. Bend into the knee, bring it in towards the heart or to the nose. Reaching behind you 3 times. And you can move slowly or with pace. And then, my friends, we're going to step forward with the left foot to come into our lunge, low lunge. And then when you're ready, let's rise up into high lunge, Anjaneyasana. Hands at the heart in prayer for a moment. This time I'm going to ask you to bring your left hand into Abhaya Mudra and right hand on the heart. Remember, Abhaya Mudra has this gentle, so you can see my fingers, there's a gentle curve. One breath here on Om Hanumate, Om Shri Hanumate Namaha. Om Shri Hanumate Namaha. Let's bring the left hand into our Pran Mudra this time and take the right hand into our Apan Mudra. Just moving this around for a little bit of energy shift. So we're going to step forward with that right leg, hinge at the knee, flex at the foot, elbows curl back. And then when we exhale, we step back into Anjaneyasana, arms reaching up. Inhale, step forward. Exhale, step back. So 3 to 5 times, whatever you wish to connect with my friends. And we're all going to meet in high lunge. Exhale, hands to the earth. This time, my friends, let's step forward with the right foot to meet the left. Take a moment here in forward fold. Are you beginning to feel the vigor of this practice? The vital life force energy moving through you to dispel fear, to let go of fear, so that we can move with courage, with heroically. Forward fold here. From here, my friends, let's bend into our knees. Bring our hands to our heart to rise up into Utkatasana chair pose. So we'll turn and face you here. Take a moment here, hands at the heart. You can bring your right hand in Abhaya, left hand in your heart. Inhale to reach up. Coming up here into Tadasana, standing mountain. Exhale, bend into your knees. Coming back into Utkatasana. Check what's happening with your toes. Can you lift your toes up? Squeeze a block, imaginary block between your thighs. This time, let's bring our right hand into a Prana Mudra, left hand into a Pan. So let me talk you through. The Prana Mudra is ring and little finger to thumb, peace fingers extended. Pan is middle and ring finger to thumb, index and little finger extended. And then hug in your elbows to the sides here. Take a moment here and then reach out, arms parallel or up towards the sky. As you exhale, my friends, let's take the arms alongside our body, out wide, and then reach that left leg back. And as you reach the left leg back, reach forward with the crown to come into Warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. Arms out to the side, so they can be like airplane wings. You can have them out horizontally. And if you wish, my friends, you can bring them forward as well. So you can flow with your arms in different positions here. Find your balance with your right foot. That might require micro movements with your toes, soft bending your knees. And then exhale, bring that left foot back to meet the right foot. Tuck your elbows in. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Let's take a moment in Abhaya Mudra here to feel the sense of the flowing energy. Remember, when we want to discover the treasures of the universe, the secrets of the heart, the secrets of love, whatever it is, whatever that hidden treasure is, that jewel at the heart, we have to traverse unknown territory in order to reach the potential, that possibility to find and discover those. You sometimes go into the dark caves, into the shadows. Exhale, let's come into Utkatasana. Tuck in your elbows, hands in your mudras. And now, my friends, when you're ready, lift up the right foot, reaching back with that right foot, arms alongside you. You can have your arms out wide. You can have your fingertips on a wall. You can flow with your arms here. whatever you wish to take, and then bend into your right knee, come back into Utkatasana. Inhale to rise up, exhale, hands to your heart. Your left hand to your heart, right hand to the Abhaya. Revitalizing yourself, re-energizing, reinvigorating, knowing that your connection with your own heart, with your heroic, valiant heart, acts as your shield, your protector. Remember, we have the heart protector. So that even in our moments of vulnerability, and I've been there, my friends, vulnerable, trusting, open, giving, and then when one experiences hurt or betrayal or unkindness, the tendency of the heart is to constrict and close. We know that we have a shield that can protect us, but this shield isn't a fortress. This shield can be lifted, can be removed, can be withdrawn, can be in retreat, only called upon when needed. Take a moment here. Let's step across the mat with the left foot. So we come into Tadasana in the middle of our mat. Star pose. Open out your arms with your Pran Mudra and your Apan Mudra. And let's sway from left to right as we started. Just a few moments here. Now let's turn the right toes up towards the top of the mat. Bend into that knee. Come into a deep bend here, and then lower the right forearm onto the right thigh, and reach up and over with the right hand. Extended side angle. Turn your gaze towards the earth, straighten through that right knee, bring the fingertips towards the earth to move into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Hand can be on the earth, on a block. Left hand reaching up, or you could always have the left hand on the left hip. Gazing down, or to the horizon, or up towards the sky, your choice, my friend. Depending on how your neck feels here. Exhale, everyone. When you're ready, turn towards the earth. Bring the left hand to the earth and gently hop that left foot forward so we come into pyramid pose, Parshavottanasana. Bring your hands to your heart. Left hand and heart, right hand parallel to the shoulder, Abhaya Mudra. Crown reaching forward. You can also bring your fingertips to the earth or your blocks, my dear friends. Now let's bring that right hand onto the right hip. Begin to spiral the heart towards the right and take the left hand to the outside of the right foot. Place a block there. Coming into reverse pyramid or reverse triangles. There's different names for this pose. Parivritta Trikonasana, or Parivritta Parshavottanasana. Right hand can reach up towards the sky with your Pran Mudra. Remember here that right hand can be on the right hip. The left hand can be gently touching the outside of the right leg. Can be on the earth, on blocks. Exhale, turn your gaze down towards the earth. Bring the right hand to the earth. Bring both fingertips to the earth now, left fingertips. So have your hands high up on your fingertips or on your blocks. Bend into your right knee and bring that left knee in. So that left knee is bent. You're sort of coming into this flamingo style stance. Then let's reach up with the left leg behind us. Now that left leg can be as high or as close to the earth as you choose, my friends, for your balance. This standing splits variation, so Prasarita with Ekapadasana. Then bend into that left knee, hug it into the heart. Exhale, inhale to lift it up again. So we'll move with this cycle. Inhale, exhaling to hug it in, and inhaling to reach it up, or try the other way around, whatever works best for you. So 3 or 5 here as you wish. And then on your final one, bring that left foot to meet the earth. Take a moment here, bend into your knees, hands to your heart, rise up into standing mountain, Tadasana, Maya Mudra. Take a moment here, notice the blood flowing. If you feel slightly lightheaded, remember to move very slowly. Let's step that left foot across the mat again to come into our Talasana star pose. Open out the arms in your mudras, Pran Mudra to the right, Apan Mudra to the left. Exhale and hinge from left to right, swaying with the arms for a couple of rounds here. And then let's turn the left foot to the bottom of the mat. Bend into that left knee and bring the left forearm onto your left thigh. Reach up and over with your Pran Mudra. Extended side angle. Tita Parshabha Konasana. One more breath here. And begin to straighten through that left leg. And bring that left hand to the earth. Right hand can reach up towards the sky. So now coming into your Trikonasana. That right hand on the hip. Open your heart. Your gaze can be spiraled up towards the sky, down towards the earth, or parallel to the horizon. Your drishti is your balance wherever you find it. And also the alignment in the neck that feels most comfortable and sustaining for you. Exhale, turn your gaze down towards the earth. Bring that right hand down towards the earth. And let's move into this gentle hop with the right foot so we can come into our pyramid base. Your Parshavottanasana. So remember, the more narrowly aligned your feet, the narrower your pyramid base, the wider your feet. In terms of the tracking, the more stability you will find here. Bring your hands to your heart. And then let's come into our Abhaya Mudra here. So from your palm, visualize a piercing light. This sun piercing, the sun, Surya Bedana Pranayam, this sun piercing light that cuts through, that allows in light, that is strong, purposeful, activated with vigor and vitality. You can also have your fingertips on the earth, my friends, for your pyramid here. Parshavottanasana. Bring your left hand to your left hip and reach this right hand across your body as you spiral your heart over to the left. This right hand can be on the outside of that left foot, on the outside of the leg, or on blocks. Your left hand can reach up towards the sky Here, my friends, have your left hand in Apana Mudra. Your left hand can be on your heart, on your hips rather. Three more breaths here. And then gaze down towards the earth. Bring both hands to the earth, high up on your fingertips or onto your blocks. I'm going to step forward with that right foot. So bend into that right knee here. And then reach up the right toes towards the sky. Bending into the knee, hugging it into the heart or the nose. And then reaching up behind with the toes. Remember, your toes can be as high or as low as you wish them to reach. Some people have much more space in their joints. Some people have much kind of more movement or flexibility in their ligaments than others. They have more space for them to stretch or move. We're all in different places in terms of our flexibility, in terms of our mobility. The experience we're having that is the experience that we're having internally is not a direct mirror of what is happening externally. What's happening internally is the intention, is the movement of the prana energy, because that sits in the subtle body, not necessarily in the physical body. The physical body is a way of accessing that internal inner body. You have these layers to the self. When you've done your rounds, my friends, let's bring that right foot to meet the left. Bend into your knees in Utkatasana and then rise up into Tadasana, standing mountain. And from here, my friends, we're going to step across the mat back into our Tadasana. So coming back to the center of the mat in Tadasana star pose. Open out your arms in your mudra, prananapan. Take a moment here. Turn the right foot to the top. Bend into that knee and then let's pivot onto the ball of that left foot to come into low lunge here and bring that left knee to the mat. We're moving into Chitakasana and then monkey lunge and twist. So when you're ready, my friends, let's rise up here. Sink into that right hip. Pad the left knee if you wish to have some padding here. Take the hands in prayer above the crown and lift your gaze, lift the heart. Exhale, hands to the inside of the right foot. Shuffle that right foot out. Take this left hand slightly out. Bring the right hand to the inside of that right knee and open up the hips. Roll onto the little toe side of your right foot. So that you can see me a little bit here. The right hand can come to the heart or reach overhead with your Prana Mudra. You can bend into that right left foot and reach back with your hand. Remember, here we'll all be in different places. If your hand doesn't reach your foot because of tight hamstrings, large calf muscles, the way that your joints are structured, the length of your limbs, reach back with intentionality. Exhale, right hand to the earth, releasing that foot. Come back into Ardha Hanumanasana by taking the sit bones back, by dorsiflexing the right foot and extending that right leg. Make sure that right knee is unlocked here. So soft bend in that right knee. Walk your hands forward. These hands can be on blocks here. going to come into a twist here, my friends. So let's place the left hand on the outside of the right knee and turn your gaze over to the right and walk your right hand round. And then inhale, walk your hands back to center. Leave the left hand where it is and reach up with the right arm to the sky. You will be challenged here in your balance. That left hand can be on the earth or on blocks. Exhale, right hand to the earth. Roll through that foot. Into your low lunge here, Chitakasana. Rise up in Abhaya Mudra. Om Shri Hanumate Namaha. And then let's lift, tuck the toes, lift that left knee and walk our body to the center. Turn your toes so you come into a wide-legged forward fold here. Toes are pointing forward. Little toe side of your feet parallel to the short edges of your mat. Hands walking forward so that you come into Prasarita hinge. It's Prasarita Padottanasana. And then let's walk our hands over to the left. As we do that, spiral the left toes toward the bottom end. Rotate on the ball of your right foot and bring that right knee to the earth. So we come into low lunge, Chitakasana, to the left side. Sink into that left hip, rise up. Abhaya Mudra. Hands to your heart, reaching up. Exhale, hands to the inside of that left foot. Shuffle that left foot out. Take your right hand slightly wider than your mat. Left hand to the inside of your left thigh, left knee. Roll onto the little toe side of your left foot. And spiral your heart up towards the sky. Left hand can be on the heart here, or you can reach overhead with your Apana Mudra. Option here to bend into that right foot and reach back with your left hand. You may be able to connect on one side, you may not be able to, depending again on what's happening with your joints. Intentionality, my friends. Lower that foot when you've released it. Bring that left hand to the inside again. And we're going to shift by melting our sit bones back towards the right heel and straightening through the left leg, dorsiflexing that foot, coming into Ardha Hanumanasana. Maintaining some length in the spine, hinging forward. To move into a twist here, let's take that right hand over the left foot and then walk that left hand round so you come into a gentle twist here. Walk the hands back through center, plant the right hand. Inhale, left hand to your heart and reach it up to the sky. Have a soft bend in that left leg. That's forward. Exhale, hands down to the earth. Lift the right knee, walk through center. Coming into this wide-legged forward fold. And here, my friends, hands on the earth, or take your hands to the ankles, the lower legs, the big toes. Wide hinge forward. Prasarita Padottanasana. Crown heading down towards the earth. Om Shri Hanumate Namaha. Breaking through fear. Dispelling fear. Using the Pran energy, the life force vitality to invigorate our sense of courage, resilience. being prepared to learn from mistakes rather than stagnate in our mistakes, our errors. That we continue to move forward with our calling, with our work. Lift your gaze, extend your spine long so it's parallel to the heart, and then let's heel toe to center and come down to the earth through Malasana. Again, here you can bring your hands in Abhaya Mudra. So Malasana is a asana that's really connected with this downward flow energy, Apana, of letting go. So let's bring our left hand into Apana, down towards the earth, and our right hand in Pran, towards the sky. You can be seated directly on the earth here or on blocks. Exhale, let's come down to the earth. Take a moment here, hug it all in. Let's walk our heels away. Knees bent. Engage the Mula Bandh, the Uddiyana Bandh, the Jalandhar Bandh here. So the great locks, the great locks together, Mahabandha. So by squeezing the pelvic floor, by drawing the navel in, by tucking the chin ever so slightly with Prana and Apana mudras lower to the earth, and keeping that Jalandhar engaged at the throat clock to protect our neck, and then release into the earth here. I'm going to come into bridge pose, Setu Bandhasan. So allow your spine to align here with the earth. So maybe wriggle around a little, curl and uncurl the tailbone so that the pelvic bowl lifts and tilts. And then when you're ready, let's press into the earth with our hands, our forearms and our upper arms. And inhale, begin to curl the spine off the earth, lifting our hips and pelvis, keeping the chin tucked in here. So this is a great pose for the Jalandhar Bandh. In fact, all of the locks here, the pelvic lock and the lock at the navel. Bend into your elbows so that you can use your upper arms as a scaffold. I have my hands in here in my mudras, my Prana and Apana. Now, my friends, you can stay here in Setu Bandhasan, or you can come up onto the balls of your feet and then lift one leg to the sky and then lift the other leg to the sky. You can do that 3 times. Keep lifting the hips and pelvis as you lift your feet here. So it might help. I like to put my heels of my hands on my pelvis to remind me to maintain that height in my hips and pelvis. When you've done your 3 rounds, my friends, let's lower the heels, uncurl the spine. Align here for a moment. Extend the left leg long. Take the left hand to the outside of the right knee and roll that right knee over left leg so you come onto your left hip. Maintain a connection between the right shoulder and the earth. And gaze over to the right. So our variation of Supta Matsyendrasana today with that left leg extended. You can hear my tummy, this twist is doing its work. Inhale back to center, hug in that right knee for a moment and then extend it long to the sky. And then re-extend that right leg. Let's hug in the left and roll it over the right leg so that we come onto the right hip here. Maintain a connection with the left shoulder. Turn your gaze to the left. Inhale to center, hug in that left knee, Ardha Pasasana. And then reach that left leg long up towards the sky before releasing it down to the earth. Come into your Shavasana. Cover yourself with a blanket should you need to. Arms wide, legs wide. Soften through every single part of you. So carry out a body scan from the big toe, all 5 toes, the sole of the feet, the tops of the feet, the ankles, the lower legs, knees, upper legs, hips and pelvis, abdomen, sacrum, lumbar spine, the ribs, the thoracic spine, chest, sternum, the shoulders, clavicle, the upper arms, the elbows, lower arms, fingers, thumb, the back of the head, the cervical spine, the skull, the eyebrow center, the brow, the cheekbones, the jaw, the ears, the whole softening throughout the body as you scan through all of your body, invoking the strength of energy of Hanuman. Process of integration through your practice at the heart, drawing in all of the opposites, devoting your willpower Three more breaths here. And then begin to curl and uncurl your fingers and toes, wriggling them. Perhaps you rotate the wrists and the ankles. And then inhale to draw everything into Upasasana, hugging the knees. Exhale to roll ideally onto the left side before rising with care into your Sukhasana. Coming into your Abhaya Mudra, eyes closed, right hand at the shoulder, left hand on the heart. Closing by chanting our mantra to Hanuman, and then Om Shanti. Om Shri Hanumate Namaha. Om Shri Hanumate Namaha. Om Shri Hanumate Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hands together. Dhanyavad. With gratitude to you for joining me. Be courageous, my fearless warriors. Dhanyavad.